My undisputed winner of the trade deadline, the Carolina Hurricanes. That I don't give a crap about what they gave up, but they bring in Vincent Trocheck. Now imagine, look at their center depth with a guy like Jordan Stahl, him there. They bring in Sammy Vatanen, and they give up what will be the lower of those two first round picks they have for Brady Shea. Now I'll just very quickly bring up cat friendly to you, Alex. I want to read to you the Carolina Hurricanes and all the defensemen that they have, even the ones that are not healthy. So Jacob Slavin,
Wow.
Brady Shea, who has 5 years
Wow.
left in this deal, by the way. Jake Gardner, Brett Pesce, Joel Edmondson, Trevor Van Riemsdyk, Hayden Fleury. Jake Bean does not have a spot on this team. Sammy Vatanen is hurt but will be coming back. And this guy, if they go on a deep playoff run, they might get him back. But still in there, Dougie Hamilton. Those are their defensemen. And they add Vincent Trocheck to add to their center depth of him, Sebastian Aho, and Jordan Stahl.
Can I read to you the third line of Carolina?
Please.
This is from Daily Faceoff. On the left, Nino Niederreiter.
Gross.
Down the middle, Vincent Trocheck. On the right, Martin Nakash.
You know what this is? This is like when they got Niederreiter out of Minnesota last year. That's what this is going to turn into.
I really like this team.
They're fun too.
I love this team.
Like Aho, Svechnikov, Teravine. I'm looking at so many of these players. I'm like, all right, they got so lucky to get Svechnikov. They ripped off Chicago because Chicago, of course, had to when they were winning to get Teravine. Justin Williams just showed up. They got Jordan Stahl because the Penguins had too many good players. The Panthers are poor, so they had to get rid of Vincent Trocheck. Dzingel got screwed because he had a terrible end to last year. They got him, and then the Rangers needed cap space to go bring back D'Angelo during the summer, and let's get rid of Brady Shea. And they got Gardner because like, poor Jake didn't want to go back to a Canadian team. Like, okay, a round of applause. I'm gonna give the Carolina Hurricanes. Good job. I love this team.
Yeah, man. They trade. I really like the Trocheck trade, sorry, because they did it like they gave up players, but I don't think they gave up that much. Like Eric Holla, sure, he can be a competent center, second or third line if you second line if you need him to be. Lucas Wallmark, he's not, I don't know if he's necessarily a prospect anymore, but still quite young. And you get Chase Prisky and Eetu Luosterainen in two prospects. And you don't know what those guys are going to be, but you know you have Vincent Trocheck this year and the next 2 years. And this is a team that's going to go on a run. Not only that, do you bring in Brady Shea for who you have how many years? At least a couple.
I will get that up for you right now.
And you also have Sammy Vatanen for this year as well. I don't necessarily think that's a guy they re-sign because Dougie Hamilton's going to be back. They still have Brett Pesce. Like, man, this team is literally everywhere. And I can't imagine what this team looks like next year. You know, most of the forward core is probably going to be the same. They're probably going to get rid of a defenseman. I think they bring in another goalie. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm making this prediction right now. I would not be surprised if Robin Lehner is a Carolina Hurricane on July 1st.
Brady Shea, 5 years left, by the way.
Brady Shea for the next 5 years. I would not be surprised if he is a Carolina Hurricane on July 1st. And don't forget how good goalies are on this team. Petr Mrazek, what was he in Detroit? He was good, but I don't think many could think that he would become like this. James Reimer was how bad in Florida? Not very good. Comes here, competent backup. Last year, Curtis McElhinney had probably the best season of his career. at the age of what, 30 something. Imagine having an actual number one starter on this team.
With
Not
that
only,
in front of him.
sorry, pardon?
With that defense in front of him.
With an actual team in front of him instead of whatever the hell he's playing with this year in Chicago. I'm telling you, this team, they should make an addition to goalies. I'm surprised they didn't go out in the goalie market. My personal belief is that after Pesce got injured against Toronto and it didn't seem like it was going to be short term, they probably wanted to bring in another D. So this team is crazy.
They're going to make a splash at the draft because they have to trade a defenseman. And I think they need to trade a few defensemen because, again, Jake Bean is not there. Vatanen will be gone, yes, but at the same time, you're adding Brady Shea, so whose spot is he going to take in the long term? So here come the Carolina Hurricanes, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think Jake Gardiner is a Carolina Hurricane after the draft. Because he's a left-handed defenseman. They still have Hayden Fleury who can play on the left. That's a guy you have to give a spot to next year. Joel Edmondson is a UFA, so probably gone. Trevor Van Riemsdyk, probably gone, depending on what you do with Sammy Vatanen. Like, this team literally has everyone.